And that is how you end a meeting and end a broadcast. I go to him, Dr. Larry Brilliant.
Amazing.
What an incredible personal human story. Exactly what's bringing it to the people. It's not just about the technology, it's about the humans that make it possible. Are you hearing what's happening back over here behind us? Come on.
There's a lot of noise.
There's a whole lot of noise. Look, if you're not on the way to a party following behind a motorcycle and stilt walkers, then you're simply not doing it right. We know how to make things happen here at Cisco. This is incredible, and you're going to watch the flood back out here behind us as we wrap things up here in the TV studio. What an amazing week it has been.
It has been an amazing week indeed. Oh my God, I don't even know what's the best thing that was there. Everything was amazing.
I know, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because we want to get the personal views out. Oh, here comes the band. Rob is following the band back. In fact, Rob, can you hear me at all out there in the keynote space?
I think you got me live now. I think this is a good preview of what we can expect when it comes to the party. The party, I think this is going to turn right into the customer appreciation party. I want to make sure I don't run into anybody and cause any kind of an accident. There was motorcycles that just came out of here earlier. I haven't quite picked up on the beat yet, but I think we're going to get it. They're holding crowds back for me, which is awesome. But they're leading everybody. You can't see us behind, but there's a lot of people coming. I'm going to go back to you for just a second. We'll pick up the beat and check back with you in 30, 20.
Okay, you know what? This is exactly what a super professional does. He is in the middle of all the chaos here, so he's got the brass band all around him. These guys are, oh man, they're having a good time. The drums are coming out. You can see the stilt walkers back here, and Rob, being the consummate professional that he is, he's just following him right on out the door. Look at him like the Pied Piper, going and having a good time. This is what the party is all about. Again, this is why people need to get to Cisco Live in person. We can deliver it through the camera lens, and we can try to bring our own heartfelt views to the entire thing, but until you're feeling what this is like in person, we just want to encourage all of you, get to the show, right, Agarin?
Yes, you really need to get here yourself physically, because this vibe, this enthusiasm, we just can't transmit it on TV. So you really need to get here next year.
It's so true, it's so true. So again, Rob is following the group out, and in any moment he's going to join us up here on the set. Oh, I'm back over here, sorry about that. Yeah, I should watch those little red lights. They pop on, they tell me exactly where I ought to be. So Rob is on his way back over to the studio. He's going to follow the stilt walkers on in the door. We're going to take a few minutes to talk about what it's like to be a part of all of this chaos and madness and fun. All of these 12,000 people who are here with us in Barcelona, they are on their way to the closing party. Cisco throws a heck of a party. Cisco knows how to exactly make this happen and really take care of our people and let them know how much we appreciate them being here at the event, taking that commitment to come from their workplaces all over the world, all over Europe, not just here in Spain, but we've got people coming in from the farthest reaches, from Australia, and we've got people coming in, we talked earlier, from Poland. You were talking to somebody.
Yes.
People from the west coast of the US, a lot of our own
From
Cisco
Bangalore.
team. From Bangalore, exactly, coming in the door. There's a lot of dedication to get to an event like this. We know it's not always easy to do. But boy, if we start to count up the number of amazing reasons to make it happen and to make that commitment. This is also part of what Dr. Brilliant was talking about in his closing keynote, right? It's about the people. It's what we can do when we put our heads and our hearts together to create something better for the entire world. I know it's a little selfish to talk about that in the Cisco Live area because we believe very deeply in what Cisco does and what our partners do along with us.
It's all about people indeed.
It really is.
It just relates so much to, you know, our vision, the Bridge to Possible campaign that we are running with Cisco now, all this volunteering that we are doing. It's all the people and bringing these people together, and it's extending it not just to Cisco employees, but to Cisco customers and Cisco partners and the whole ecosystem, right? So it's really back to people and their passion on what we can achieve. We really believe in ourselves and believe we can achieve whatever we want.
Absolutely, Agarin. And you know, it really brought it all home today on the way into this closing keynote. I was talking a little bit about the bridge that was created between how David Geckler started things off for us on Tuesday. Hey, look who's here. Look who's running by. It's a crazy man from the parade. Oh good, way to bash into our own lights there. We've been saying all week long, nobody has come by and flipped through the lights. It just took you
tried to get the parade to come over this direction, and well, they kept going, I think, maybe to the party.
Rob Boyd is the parade. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. You are like a human parade on your own.
I just got my sweat under control, my breathing. was kind of at a manageable level, and now I'm not so sure.
I'm sure you couldn't hear a word of what we were saying out there. But
were we all talking?
We were talking about you, actually. We were saying that, again, your commitment for being out there in the middle of the madness and the show floor and listening to what Larry Brilliant was saying and then following the band on the way out. Did you get a motorcycle, by the way? I hear they were giving them away on the way out the door there.
No, I didn't hang around long enough.
We'll
the parade left, the cool people on the stilts, and I'm like, motorcycles are cool, but they're not moving right now.
You're going to get your motorcycle tomorrow.
I think they were just parking, and then it became a safety hazard.
What were you seeing there at the very end of the keynote? Because you were inside the space. Igrim and I were here on set.
No, to be honest, I hate to mislead you. I did not make it inside.
Oh.
We were standing by. They had a lot of security cleared because those motorbikes were going to come back out. But basically, as far as I could tell, it was a big surprise, right? It was the reveal of the circus performers. You know, because I think Jeremy came out. Oh, no, it was actually
it was
Dr. Brilliant. He goes,
like,
one more thing. Do you know anybody else that says, oh, just one more thing?
One more thing, right?
His friend, Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, no, I had to wait outside, and then the typical conversation with security that we are legitimate. Sometimes, having a big burly camera guy helps, but
yeah, true.
They were nice, and it was fine. They were just worried.
And you've got the flag up there on the microphone here.
Yeah. That makes it, you can't get those anywhere.
So guys, look, as everybody starts to head out to the party, the drinking is already starting right now, the snacking, everybody's having a great time, we're all mixing, we're mingling, the connection, the communication goes on.
I just can't wait to go and get a drink.
Are you, look,
we were supposed to wait.
Is that what you were doing on the way in the door?
Well, those guys had it on their back, and they're doing the little refill thing, which is the best invention ever.
I see you didn't bring us any.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, we're good. I don't have an earpiece in, so I can't hear everything. I apologize.
You're totally good.
Yeah.
You stay here by me. Here's what I want to do, guys. I want to take a couple of moments to, I want to get personal on all of this. I want to not go to the technology. I don't want to talk about what's happening out in the world of solutions. I want to talk about us, about this particular group. What did you hear this week that really hit you where you live? You live in the Cisco world, you live in the Cisco world, we all of a sudden come out here together, and it takes on a whole new level and a whole new meaning and a new power. Igrim, what personally really affected you here this week where you feel you are going home back to Amsterdam a little different than when you arrived here on Saturday?
I really enjoyed interviewing Joseph Bradley, I have to say. I found him an amazing person. Like, I could feel that he really knows what he's talking about, and his vision on AI, machine learning, how Cisco's moving in that field, bringing it all together, all these technologies that we have, IoT, data center, everything, security. He's painted such a great picture that we are really on top of innovation, and we know exactly what we're doing. So that was my highlight, I would say. And of course I enjoyed interviewing Jeff Reed and Bobby Guhasarkar, but I guess that's because I'm in security, so obviously that was my highlight, my personal highlight, right? But apart from that, I think the biggest thing is still the people, right? So it's how many things we do at Cisco that impact the world, and that's the biggest takeaway.
It's really a personal stake. Rob, same thing over to you. I mean, we've done this for so many years. You and I have been fortunate enough, we've been on the team for a long time. We get to bring spectacular new people in on the team with us. But I sort of feel like every time we walk away from this event, it would be so easy for them to almost run together, but they all have their own distinct life to them. What was really unique about this one?
Well, I think I told you about this, but they are kind of running together for me, not in a way that's a reflection of the event or anything other than just probably the slow decline of my mind. Are you guys able to hear me okay? Hopefully so. If not, we're going to run another mic out. But so the biggest thing for me, two things. One of which I did not get to, here we go. I did not get to say goodbye to Nish. So sorry, you were wonderful. So good to have you on the team. Sorry I missed you. I hope you're making your air flight? Hope
She's
you're
been
making
tweeting,
your flight,
by the way. She's been tweeting.
Okay, yeah, I need to look at that once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm busy ignoring other phone calls. But anyway, no, the biggest thing for me, and I always this was cool because this year I got to do, and I've done these before, but I don't remember if I did them both, got to do the behind-the-scenes tour for the NOC and the Cisco TV. So I always like the fact that we show the Cisco TV because, as you guys well know, we are nothing without these guys.
Not remotely.
And it is It's quite the orchestra that is being pulled together in behind the scenes here. And if anyone ever knew, because we're not going to even bother to catalog it, we're too tired to write down the stuff we did right. But all the diving catches that get made, even after all the planning, the producers staying up all night, making sure we had show flows for the next day, and then still changing them every hour, you know, as new information comes in and we have to take advantage of new opportunities. But then there was a story I didn't get to tell about the knock. And I didn't know this about the knock, and I got to go down. It was not down. It was over, actually, this year. It's next to the keynote as far as the behind-the-scenes knock where the guys are actually working. Security doesn't let anybody in. They let me in with my burly camera guy. Well, we went back there and did the little video that a lot of people saw earlier today. But what we didn't say on the video, because I didn't know it until after I did the recording, they had I was looking around, they had disco dance lights up in the corner, one part of the room, next to, they had a bunch of backup APs, so they had AeroNet access points all powered up and going through boot cycles and being ready to deploy or swap out as necessary. But it was surrounded by some huge subwoofers and some speakers hanging here, and then I look over and there's a little DJ rack setup, and I'm like, what's up with this? Because these guys to me, are always their work. They get here, they plan for 6 months, they're here 2 weeks early, and apparently they have a very big end of knock party. Because everybody except for one, I think Remco is the only one that's employed. Everyone else is a volunteer. This is amazing, the work that goes into putting a network that any company, however big you are, would be jealous to have what gets put up here. And these guys put it up so that we can use it for basically a week.
They really create meaning. We can stand out here all day and we can talk, we can look into the camera, we can discuss with each other what is viable and what's wonderful about an event like this. Every single person throughout this entire show floor, you're seeing some of the shots up here on the RF camera as well. Everybody is out here creating real meaning for people, real depth. Nothing has any value if we don't build up and make these high value statements to people and then actually pay off on those. Even small things like that. It sounds small. It's not. They're taking care of their own people, and they're helping to make sure that what everybody here at the show experiences is powerful and keeps them in the moment and keeps them engaged.
The dots are being connected better than ever before.
There's
a lot of cool dots here.
As we continue to walk around and see these views, I just kind of wanted to talk about what was super meaningful over here to me as well. We really launched this whole idea of getting away from siloed architectures and going to this more storytelling concept back in June when we were in Orlando for Cisco Live 2018 in the US. And it was the very first time that we had taken Chuck's vision that he had put together at Global Summit in 2017, and he had put together the 5 pillars, these 5 concepts. The first time we ever rolled that out was in Orlando in June. And we had a little nerves going into that process because we weren't sure if people were going to understand what we were talking about. We're used to people coming into our Cisco campus, we used to call it, now Showcase, and saying, okay, well, where is security? And then he'd say, it's over there. Well, where's data center? Well, data center's over there.
It's not that clear cut anymore, is it?
It's not that clear cut anymore, but what's interesting now is, well, it's hard for us if we're trying to find a specific area to do a stand-up interview. But in terms of the storytelling, that was the first time that we were able to say, well, here is what you actually need to get accomplished, and here are all the different technologies that are making it happen from across the Cisco and our partner portfolio. And it took a little while to get there. We weren't quite where they were in Orlando, but now, this is where it all came to life for me. It was like a big circle.
Yeah.
All right, so, let's put the button on all of this, shall we? Let's go ahead and let's put the button on all this. Igorim, take us out in style, would you?
Yes.
This is our celebratory. Sorry, yeah, you deserve the disco lights.
We're gonna put the big wrap on it right now.
I love the lights.
Take us out and make it count, my friend.
Thanks everyone for watching Cisco TV here at Cisco Live 2019 Barcelona. We had an amazing time. I hope you've had an amazing time as well. And we're gonna miss you and tune in next year. See you soon.
Bye. See you guys in San Diego. 30th anniversary party. Woohoo!